What glass is made of? Well, mostly is made of silica, around 70%, and some other chemical components. The problem is that it does not build a crystal network. So if we don't have a crystal network, it's no stability. So this is where the unpredictability in the behavior of glass comes from. The fact that the structure is irregular, it doesn't have even a fixed melting point. So this is actually why it's so transparent, because the molecules are far away and it allows light to pass through. And in some situation, if we get a very good positioning of the molecules, we get strong glass. If they are randomly positioned and they have big distances in between the molecules, they will have a lower capacity. To produce glass, it's just going with those raw materials presented before in a melting furnace at 1600 degrees. And then there's some cooling happening. So it's a lowering of temperature, but not a very strict lower. And then an annealing process, they go through a float bath and enter an annealing process is where glass gets cooled and it's poured inside the form, and then it's cut and delivered as panes up to 6 meters long. Another aspect of the glass is the finishing and conditioning, which influences the capacity very much. So the finishing and conditioning has to be done in the factory. So actually, when we are producing glass that needs to be delivered in buildings, they have to have the openings already positioned. So we need a lot of precision when we design glass structures, because the tolerances are very weak and we cannot start to drill afterwards to have openings or holes. This is due to the fact that glass has a thermal treatment that strengthens it, and this will bring some tensions in one of the surface. So it's like pretensioning the glass, and that tension gets released when we try to insert an opening. So this is why the production needs to be known, so the production process and what treatments are applied. And we will see that exactly when I evaluate the strength of the glass. I will change different parameters from production point of view, and we'll see how the resistance, the capacity of the element changes.